Well, hello everyone. It is Monday, July 11th. Once again, another week for Mark's Monday Minutes in Portland Real Estate. First of all, before we get started, I want to acknowledge last week a technical glitch. Last week's recording was done on Tuesday the 5th. I uploaded from my office and apparently it almost uploaded. And then I never bothered to check and see that it actually fully uploaded. So it did not actually get fully uploaded until yesterday to my business page. So I apologize for that for all of you who were asking about it. And I got a couple inquiries saying, where was it? And I said, it's over there. It's right where it should be. So my apologies. I've sorted out the technology. It's probably me, probably these fingers, probably my phone. The good news is we're back to our regular schedule today. You will see this on my business page, and then I will forward it over to my personal Facebook page as well. Either way, wherever you're seeing this, hope you enjoy it. If you have questions, you can always reach me, tag down in the comments, message me, or call me. 503-703-0618 is my mobile number. I will almost always answer that call unless I'm already in a meeting with someone else or I'm recording a video like this one. Now, this week, it looks like my backdrop has moved, so I'm back in front of a green screen. That's okay. We'll see what's up next week. Let's talk a little bit about the last week in real estate in Portland. Now, last week being the 4th of July, we expected a little bit of a dip. Interestingly enough, I only saw dips in two areas locally, a number of new listings and the number of pending listings slightly down, right back up to where we were seeing the tracking along. We'll talk about that. But let's get started. The active number of listings in Portland metro area today, 3,882. Again, we're starting to creep upwards, which is good. This is good. This is normal. We'll talk about how the perspective of that is as we get through the numbers. This week, 770 new listings, up from just 482 the week before, but down from 827 the week before then. So think about July as the apex. This is the point of the summer. The greatest number of listings will hit here. And from now on, we're going to start in the downslope. Maybe it's a ski slope on its way all the way till December. But with 94 degrees out today, it's hard to even think about skiing. So we're at that apex, the pinnacle, the top, if you will, of where our activity is for the summer. Now is when things will start normally to slow down. The number of pending homes this last week, 504. Up from 461 in the week of July 4th and down from 573 the week of June 27th. The number of sold homes, 430, slightly down from 431. Again, most people don't close during the week of a holiday. They usually shift one way or the other. Now, the number of price adjustment homes, 11.6% of the homes in the Portland market saw a price reduction last week. Again, 11.6. Now, we'll also talk about that weekly versus total number as well. The number of coming soon, no showings. These are the homes that I can see in advance for you if you're interested in seeing what's coming on the market in the next 3 weeks that you cannot find on Realtor.com, Zillow, Trulia, or any of the other search engines. I can find them. There are 84 of those out there right now that I can find and forward to you. If you're interested, reach out to me. Now, the number of total homes sold in the last 30 days, 2,259. How does this compare? 2,259 homes sold in the last 30 days with an active inventory of 3,882 gives us approximately 1.72 months of inventory. Now, we'll talk about that here as we get to the numbers. Let's get into the 4-car garage homes. There are, more new homes in the market this week with homes with 4-car garages. In fact, 23 new homes versus 8 or 16 the previous week. So about 8 to 10 more than we've been seeing and trending. That's good. We're up to 97 total homes with a 4-car garage or larger. 27 of these are below $1 million. So about a quarter of them, 27%. Pending, 8 homes went pending in the last week with a 4-car garage or larger, and 7 of them sold. In the last 30 days, we've sold 39 of these homes, giving us a supply of roughly 2.5 months. That's where we've been tracking now consistently for the last 5 weeks, about 2.5 months inventory of 4-car garage homes. Remember, these also represent the higher end price range of the market as well. So tends to be a little bit more. But it appears that overall the numbers for the regular market are starting to catch up. Now, what does that mean? It means that you are probably hearing conflicting numbers from agents, social media channels, And as a former statistician, numbers and data can be confusing. We make apples to oranges to kumquats to watermelon comparisons, and they all seem to be fruit, but they're not. You have to dig into them and be consistent in the types of reporting. Now, what I'm seeing in particular, weekly versus total numbers, there's a difference. There's also national versus state, or even Portland Metro trends. Overall, it's important to make a difference and ask questions. I'm here to answer questions. I will be happy to dig in. If you have questions, want more information, ask me, Mark Scholes. I'll help you. Now, Portland is still a strong market. Based on the numbers, we are far better than many, if not most, of the markets overall. Some of the markets, as I said last week, are having they're having a larger impact on the market than they should, partly because these were hyperinflated markets. Arizona, Texas, Idaho, these markets were booming so much the last 2 years that as they have slowed down, they appear to be having a larger impact on the greater market at all. Now, last week, national inventory went up an entire 3.25%. It had gone up 7% the week before. We are up to, on a nationwide level, 491,000 homes for sale. Now, let's put this into perspective. 1 million to 1.5 million homes is considered normal inventory on an annual basis. So we are at 1/3 to 1/2 of a normal basis. In fact, we are at half the inventory of what we had in just 2019, 3 years ago. So we're at half the number of those homes. And in fact, if we go right back to April of 2020, right when COVID hit, we had 700,000 homes on the market. In fact, here, I'm going to go old school and show this to you this way. Did we get it in there? Okay. These are your numbers. This is where we are now. Okay. The fact is, this is where we were back in 2016, 2017, as we dropped all the way up 2019, 2020, 21, and now we're in 22. It's all a matter of perspective, okay? What we're seeing are changes. Now, the rapid changes. Now, if you think about if you're driving down the freeway and you see a state trooper. Let me explain the difference between an abrupt change on your seatbelt because you hit the brakes versus a catastrophic change, which is hitting the center divider. One has a much more significant impact, literally and physically, upon you, your vehicle, and your livelihood. We're seeing a rapid change, but not necessarily a catastrophic one. Don't listen to all the voices out there that are predicting all these failures and everything from back in 2008, 2009. There is A, no data to support that, B, no perspective to support that, and C, no reason we should be there compared to where we were. Now, we'll also look at, well, like I say, I have more to talk about, but I've already hit 8 minutes, so I'm getting long. I'm going to truncate this, cut it down, shorten it down, and I'm just moved to the end. You're hearing a lot of conflicting information. My encouragement is to listen and absorb and sort for yourself. Listen to a trusted advisor. Perhaps I'm your trusted advisor in real estate. Maybe you have someone else. I listen to the best. Altos Reports, my favorite. Mike Christopherson at the national level, they look at national trends, and I use that, extend that down to our local trends. I use the Altos Reports every week. I look at them with my clients because to me, this is meaningful data. The key is then drawing reasonable and rational conclusions from that data. It's interesting. Most of all, turn off the television and the social media channels. They're just out spouting it. Why do I say that? Well, there was a study that came out today, in fact, that said national news channels are the second least accurate source for information, or the second least trusted source for accurate information. How is it that our news channels have become the second least accurate source of information? Maybe it's a sign of the times we're in, but of course it makes me think, gee, what is our absolute number one least accurate source of information right now? You want to take a guess? The politicians. So if you trust television for your news, realize you're only one step ahead of trusting the politicians for fair, accurate information. I'm not a politician. I don't play one on TV. I never will be. It's not the field that I play in. I work in real estate. This is what I do. I'm here for you, Mark Scholes, Portland Homes for Cars, 503-703-0618. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you next week.